So I was about to go to bed and I was checking a YouTube app on my phone and I noticed that brand new Star Citizen video just came in. Star Citizen, a Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy Baker System. I can only assume that this is a video kind of detailing some scripted writing points about a specific star system within Star Citizen. So, rather than go to bed like any respectable and responsible adult, I decided to get back up and watch it. Now, there's a lot of good conversations going on in my Alpha 3 demo video that I made about a week ago, and I'm hoping the conversations can continue into this video. I am absolutely pumped for this game, so I'm going to be eating up any and all content that they throw at me. So let me know if you guys get sick of too many Star Citizen videos. Okay, let's get in. Let's do this. Brought to you by community subscribers. Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm your host for today, senior writer Will Weissbaum, and I will be taking you to a faraway galaxy that's part of the Star Citizen universe.
Thank you, sir.
Now we're exploring some of the history.
It's kind of cool they got a writer to do
that
this.
Takes place there that you yourself will one day get to explore.
Tells me they're taking
exciting.
the lore seriously.
Thank you to all out there for supporting the project, as well as to subscribers for supporting wonderful videos like this. So let's take a look right now at our wonderful star map, which is available today on the website for you to go click on and follow along yourself.
Is that an RX racer chair? He's RC racer, RX racer. I forgot the name.
Star system.
For any of, if it is, for any of you guys that own them, are they worth it? Are they the world's most comfortable computing chairs?
Baker.
I asked because I need to get a new one.
I give it a search. Oh, found it. Look at that, 2 stars. That's right. Baker is a binary star system. It's quite exciting. Most star systems in our universe are binary and trinary stars, so it's nice to have one in Star Citizen. We have a couple of them, but this one is in the UEE. It is an unrepresented system. So
wait, did you say most are binary or trinary?
And it's a pretty barren and desolate place. The reason why it's
what if you meant to say that?
Is that there isn't a lot going on here. The 2 main focal points that we have for
that's cool though.
Civilization are. Let's zoom in one at a time. Yeah. Are Xenia.
Galaxy map is smooth, guys.
Shipping hub, which we'll talk a little bit about more later, and Geo, which is a mining base. So we'll take a look at those. But really, the most exciting part about the Baker system will probably be the underground race, the Able Baker Challenge. So that'll be coming up as well. Basically, I'm enticing
the Able Baker Challenge.
A couple minutes, so bear with me. As we talked about, this
I'm
is
assuming that's specific to the Baker system.
Both are K-type main sequence stars. Look at them; they're beautiful.
Wait, are they writing storylines for every single one of their star systems?
In an orbit that's pretty great. So the first successful transit.
I'm learning some science.
2522, and the jump point to Baker was discovered by accident.
Holy crap! They have storylines for all of this.
As I'm talking about here, you hardcore lore nuts might be noticing that some of the facts I'm laying out today disagree slightly with the old galactic guides. And we've mentioned it before, part of our process now, as we get these systems farther along, as we get more of the science in, as we lay out our timelines and stuff, we're going to be going back and adjusting them to bring them all up to date with the newest, freshest, juiciest lore. So keep an eye out for those galactic guide revisions.
A couple of you guys in the last video, you pointed out some of the lore links to the lore. I haven't gotten a chance to look at them yet, but
it was a binary star. These binary stars make it
that's going to be a fun read.
To terraform these planets for humans to go visit here because they might be ripped apart by gravity stress and all sorts of other nastiness. They're there is a Saddleball team out here, the Baker Custlers. They're part of the Territorial League. So even in the darkest parts of UE, people still love playing Saddleball. So now that we got these beautiful
United
suns
Emirates?
out of the
Was
way,
that UE? I forgot what that stands
glowing
for.
twin pair, let's talk about our first inner planet, Baker 1. Schwamp. So you can see there, Baker 1 is a small planet with a
Are you guys hearing the little
core that almost no mantle.
as he moves the
And it is dangerously close. I say dangerously close to.
as he moves the camera around? It's almost like a haptic feedback type thing
Very
to
difficult for us to go visit because of the
for
extreme environmental.
like the auditory
So close to a star. So you're gonna want to be careful.
the audible equivalent to like a haptic feedback system or something.
It has an unstable orbital trajectory, and scientists are predicting that eventually, maybe over 150 or so million years, it will be consumed by the stars. So go visit Baker 1 while you still can. From there, we're going to move back out, and we're going to go visit Baker 2.
Does anyone know if time progresses?
Baker 2 is a
real
typical
time?
smog planet. It's
I
kind
know
of
time's
similar
relative
to
in space, I know,
Sol's
but
very own Venus.
is it sped up?
It's got a sickly yellow-green color.
Yeah, I
and
guess
a
there's nothing to
dense,
compare it against.
Highly poisonous and corrosive atmosphere, and that's kind of why Baker 2 is not good for human life either. The toxic mist, the toxic atmosphere is so corrosive that even like standard spacecraft hulls begin to deteriorate once they enter the surface. So if you're visiting there, you have to like pay really close attention and use extra precautions against that atmosphere.
So can you get like
Recently, there was
armor
a bit of a
stuff
news
to
story
actually
that
go
broke.
onto these planets?
Freelancer.
These
was
very, very
highlighted-
dangerous planets, or
highlighted
is some
by
of them just going to be
successful,
too
gun
intense?
runner, tried to hide out in
No
Baker
kind
2,
of preparation
and
you can
ended up
make.
dissolving and crashing onto the surface. So scary stuff. From there, we're gonna head on out to.
It'd be cool if there's some really intense
way
planets that
farther
are
away to
you just
Baker
can't
3.
touch.
Scroll button.
that are there for lore.
There it is. Baker 3 is an.
And maybe there's like some luck elements, like if you're trying to escape
The
someone.
reason why they're known as ice giants
fly into
is
the
that
atmosphere
a
and
lot of the
there's like a
compounds that were
1/100th
formed were
1/100th
in
chance
ice
of
states
surviving.
or part of trapped in
Would
water
make for an
ice
epic
or
story.
ices themselves when the planet formed. And that is why they're known as ice giants. They're different than the normal giants you encounter. And an interesting point here is that the planet's circumference has been growing a little bit since its discovery, so scientists are kind of curious why that's happening and keeping an eye on it, trying to figure out why. Mystery there.
So they're programming
So from
planetary
there, we're gonna
changes
go to
into
kind of our
each
first main human settlement
planet
Baker,
in a
which
solar
is
system.
Right here, the Kovalak shipping hub.
I mean, they got to be so small that
Man.
no one will
Ooh.
notice.
Now,
Trying to think of some use cases
this
for that.
shipping hub was built all the way out here. There isn't much going on here, but what it does have going for it is
that the actual shape of the
Baker
shipping
is
hub?
a transitory point towards Xi'an space, and because it was a relatively remote area, it was very useful for Kovalaks to use that points because they could keep the kind of fees lower here and the import taxes and avoid some of that. So it's not unusual for Kovalaks to bring in large shipments from Xi'an space and then have them distributed to kind of local haulers to go back into the UEE. So there's a lot of work to be found for people who are into cargo shipping out here. Not the fanciest work, but good steady work. On the station itself, there's a couple Kovalaks offices. There's an FTL courier station.
I would do
You can
that.
expect to find like a Kelto convenience store where you can load up on snacks and sodas for your long journey to and from. And there's a repair shop, most likely, where you'll be able to get fixed up before you head back out on the long haul. And even a bar.
This guy knows
people like to
every
hang out,
single
called the
thing.
Torchlight Express. So it's a local watering hole
Oh man,
run by an ex-miner. He's a gruff but friendly
these
guy.
stories are going to be
Hopefully you'll get
absolutely amazing to
sometime soon.
uncover.
And that's the Kovalak shipping hub. Next interesting point in the system is Baker 4. Let's take a look. Now, Baker 4 has no atmosphere or metallic. Baker 4 has no atmosphere or magnetic field, but it's home to some pretty awesome mineral deposits and is an active Shubin-interstellar mining site right now known as GEO. So they have acquired mining rights to the majority of the planet.
So,
and have a
for mining, do you actually have to get out of...
mining station built onto the surface.
Can you mine from your ship, or is this something you actually have to get out and mine?
There are a couple stores and stops in there. You know,
and can you fly into an this doesn't have an atmosphere, but can you fly down and...
a bar, of course, where the miners
just mine with your ship?
And this is also, we mentioned in our series, Mining Rocks, that this is where Bernadette Klent, who is a beam operator, operated out of here. She celebrated her 50th anniversary with Shubin, so a long-time beam operator. And she's known for her cocoa cherry bars. So maybe she's someone you can run into out here working the job. Geo was also...
Are you guys hearing the detail in these
mine rescue challenge where miners got together and competed
stories?
In different rescue challenges, such as zero-G accident rescue, firefighting, high-angle vertical rescue.
I guess I know why he's the senior writer.
And all that, just to show off their skills in kind of a fun setting. And so it was held in Baker for the last year. So now that we've kind of covered all the planets, it's time to talk about the big
annual festivals,
juicy
tournaments
draw of the Baker system, which is none other than the Able Baker Challenge, what many call one of the most dangerous underground races in the Empire. So they really use the local environment to set up a challenging race course that changes every year. So sometimes in previous races, they've had to navigate around Baker 1, which is very dangerous because of how close it is to the sun. They've had to go to Baker 3, which is an ice giant, navigate the frost fields there. They've had to breathe the vapors, which is what they call when you have to skirt towards Baker 2's corrosive environment, which can be really dangerous. And often the events include weapon-free rounds, where it's totally allowed for pilots to open fire and shoot each other, even though killing other participants is frowned upon. Most of the time you're just looking to disable the ships. So something for
and we can participate in this?
Able Baker Challenge is that a lot of the times they have a weapons-free course where pilots can open fire at each other. And it's frowned upon to kill each other, but anything goes out here. Kind of this little bit of lawless slice of UE space. It's not an official race by any means, so you consider entering it at your very own risk. So that's about it for the Baker. There's a couple real interesting spots right there to draw you in to have a look, and there's a lot, probably more left to be discovered. So I hope you enjoyed taking this look with us today in Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I look forward to seeing you out in the verse. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.
All right, Chris. I didn't know they had fully fleshed out stories for every single star system per planet. People on those planets. I mean, obviously they're not going to have probably stories built out for everybody, but there's going to be people you run across and they're going to have built out histories, or even something as simple as they make the best cherry bomb bars. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Will took us through a couple different types of planets. They all pretty much made sense to me. I didn't know that there was going to be planetary change, like the actual planet composition can change. So I need to find out more about that, if that's like a short-term thing or if it's just generically a long-term thing. Also, it sounds like the orbits can change too, but that might be a long-term thing. So I don't know if that's actually part of the game or not. Even if it isn't, it sounds like it's built into the lore and the science. It sounds equally as cool. So there's different types of planets. She showed us a poisonous gas one, so I do have my questions on how you can actually get to these planets. If you can get to these planets, does some require you need to stay in the require you to stay in the ship, or I guess is every single planet going to be accessible with some sort of technological improvement? That's kind of interesting. And the thing that really blew my mind is the binary star systems. Like, I didn't even expect that. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that in Elite Dangerous. I won't say they don't have it. I only played that game for like 50 hours, but I don't think I've ever come across. No Man's Sky doesn't have that. I didn't come across any of that. Wow. This is cool. More I find out about this game, more I absolutely love it. Yeah, I had a couple questions. I hope you guys, if you guys know any of the answers to any of the questions, please feel free to drop a comment. I'd be really interested to learn more about this. Anyway, if you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos. If not, I'll see you back for the next Star Citizen video. Praise be to Chris.